I look pretty.
Yes, Will, you do look the double champ.
Well,
how we doing, man?
Yeah, good, mate.
Yeah, now let's just dive straight in. I want to get straight to the point about Frederic Vosgrone.
All right.
Let's hear your take from it and your side, because there's been a lot on social media, the FNC stuff. He's called for you. He doesn't want you. Like, where do you sit on Vosgrone at the minute?
I couldn't give a fuck about it all. It's pathetic. Like, look, the one thing I feel like is Oktagon have done themselves a disservice by building this thing to be what it is. You know, the lad who's fucking 3-0 and won one fight and was barely a fighter, like, looked very basic in that fight. It went viral. You know, everyone bought into that. He said he wanted to fight me. I was like, great, cool, let's fight. Then he was like, cool, yeah, I have to get paid if I want to fight you. Then the guy pulls out of the fight that he had originally on 4 days' notice, which is obviously a bit shit to his opponent. Fair fucks to Daniel Shafor. He came in and took that fight, smashed the guy because the guy was obviously there to lose in the first place. Then they book him on that Frankfurt card, and then they put him on the clone card 28 days later. So obviously the Frankfurt card has to be a joke of a fight. And they're like, oh, you're going to be main event in Frankfurt. So the main event fight has to be a joke fight. And now they still like, what are we, a week and a half, 2 weeks before that fight? 2 and a bit weeks before that fight? And there's no opponent announced. I think it's a promotion doing themselves a disservice by buying into a social media thing far too much. Look, if they want me to come in and smash that guy, because it looks like he's pissed them off by going and talking to FNC now. So like, if they need a real fighter to come in and be like, okay, I'll smash this shit, grand, I can. But it's not something I give too much of a fuck about. Like, the Buday fight is my main focus right now. Beating Buday is going to be a big feather in my cap. That's a real achievement. I'm out here to chase real things. Like, Vosgrone, it's interesting because, like, look, all of Germany thinks this guy's a beast now. Like, I'm getting told, oh, this guy's going to take your legs off and all this sort of shite. And it's like, okay, cool, watch what happens. But the problem is, that's never going to happen because he knows what would happen. So, like, if you're interested in social media and you're interested in bullshit and fake fights, or not even fake fights because the guy's not even fucking showing up to anything, but if you're interested in, like, something on social media, then that guy is your thing. If you like fighting, watch my fights.
Absolutely. Now, like you said, he's only 3-4-0, but you would have happily took the fight just...
Well, it's a nice little butter-up fight for a proper... Like, look, I was saying, and I've offered this, and I still mean this, like, what are we now, September? Like, I can do that fight October 18th, and then I can fight Buday in December. So if they want me to come in and smash him, grand, I can do it. But, like, is it my priority? No, but, like, would I like to get paid more and, like, shut a load of Germans up? Yeah, that'll be fun.
Absolutely, but like we said, off the back of the 2 previous wins, Todev and Vamola, 2 huge names in the European scene. So it's big fights and big nights only for you now, isn't it?
Yeah, and like, not saying that wouldn't be a big fight. Obviously, there'd be a lot of hype and all that sort of shit behind that fight.
But there is bigger.
Well, in terms of achievement, in terms of like going out there and proving that you're a legacy fighter and that you're a guy who can go out there and do special things, beating Frederic Vosgrone doesn't mean much to me in that sense. It's probably good for my career in terms of hype and social media following and all that sort of shit. But like, I've always been chasing something a little bit different to that. Maybe to my own detriment at times. But that is the way my brain works. And that is like, if you talk about things that really excite me, the Vosgrone fight's like, oh yeah, cool, that'll be a nice one. But like, if you offer me Buday, like, look at the reaction when they brought him into the cage. That's real, man. I love that. It's like, here's a chance to go and show everyone what you are. Like 15 years of work, what did I get to? I got to this level. Now I can prove it off the back of beating you, like. So, yeah, like, it's funny because that is the focus. Like, it is like, oh, the guy who went viral on social media, oh, he looks a bit weird, oh, he ate a load of kebabs, he held a guy's leg. Fucking great if those are achievements to your brain, you know. But in my head, I'm like, no, I want to set out and do real shit in this sport. And like, look, yesterday I was doing this interview, I was talking about like beating Buday, becoming triple champ. Those are really fucking difficult things to do. But like, I'm the guy who'll rise to that challenge. And that makes me like proud of me, but that keeps me focused on being legit as fuck. So fighting Vosgrone, it's all bullshit. Like, you know.
Yeah, the Martin Buday fight. Was you aware that he was going to be there in Prague that night, or was it just stuck on your toes and you was like, yes, now we're talking?
Yeah, so what happened was I had a meeting with them the day before about what would be next. And they didn't really like, they were like, oh, we're trying to sign Buday, but PFL are involved as well. So I assumed PFL would have been paying a bit more. So I was like, well, that's not going to happen. And I was like, so what else is out there? And they were like, oh, we're looking at a couple of things. Like, they mentioned Poppeck, but I knew Poppeck didn't want it already. So I was like, so basically we're fuck all. And I was a little bit angry leaving it. Like, I was a little bit like, lads, there's nothing here. And they were like, oh, we're trying. So I was like, try harder. This is bollocks. And then on the night when Rafael had just lost, I was a little bit pissed off, obviously, of all those kind of, emotions of competition, and you're after losing, and it's that bitter taste in your mouth. Like, so, then he calls me over into the cage, and straight away called me he was like, just hang on, I want to ask you a few questions. And he was like, when's your next fight? So I was like, what are you doing here? I felt like it was a bit of a setup or something. And then he was like, what do you think about Martin Buday? And I was like, yes. So then, I knew, I kind of comped what was going to happen then. So yeah, brilliant, amazing. As soon as he got cut by the UFC, it was like, well, if this is going to happen, this is an amazing opportunity for me. And like I said, man, I've been at this level for a while. Now I get the chance to show that. So all I've needed is the opportunity. I'm getting that opportunity, and I'm incredibly excited about that. It looks like it's going to be a while away yet. So it looks like this fight might not be until December, but cool. Gives me more time to be incredible by the time that fight rolls around.
Absolutely. Now, there's still nothing on the horizon in the lightweight division. Alexander Poppeck is apparently moving back down to middleweight.
Yeah.
So it's the only option, Buday, right now for you, isn't it? Until the dimensions open up a little bit for the middleweight after the game changer.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like Buday, and then if there's nobody at light heavyweight, I might have to go straight to middle from heavy, or maybe defend the heavyweight. We'll see how all this plays out. But triple champ is the one thing I have my brain set on. I don't I'm 106 kilos right now, and I'm eating like fuck. I'm not a massive man. I'm a decent sized man, but I'm not the size of a lot of these heavyweights. I feel like I can beat them. I feel like I have the skill set to go out and smash those guys. But maintaining this for the next couple of years, I don't know. I feel like I'm a light heavyweight really. There's not many guys at light heavyweight. Nobody wants to fight me, any of the guys that are there. So cool, I'll go down and I'll fuck around with different weight classes. That's where I'm at, man. It's already I'm at a level where even within my own thing, nobody wants me. They're all like, no, fuck that fight. And this is what I hate. A lot of them feel like they have leverage because they're Czech or German in a Czech and German promotion. And it's like, fuck you. Being special, being good is what the thing is. But none of these guys want to be special or want to be good. None of these guys are focused on that. They're just focused on I want to protect what I have. Oh, I want to be a social media star in this area. Are you going to be proud of you at the end of all of this? If that's what you were? And that's what I genuinely don't understand. Because look, I can see it's okay, yeah, build your social media, do this thing. But do you not want to be incredible at this at the same time? Because when you're finished with all that, the social media shit won't matter. It was how good a fighter you were and how incredible you were and how did you strive to do the best you could have done with the time you had. And I know that the times I felt like shit are the times that I felt like I wasn't truly chasing that properly. And I'm in a place now where I am. And that's something that I'm incredibly proud of. So it's I want to continue to do that for as long as I can. And I know that will lead to me doing some special things. But I know that if I had just been the guy who was I'll sit back, I'll fucking, if I can just fight a few easy lads for a while and beat them and blah, blah. And obviously, look, I'm past that stage of my career now. Maybe I should have been a bit more like that when I was earlier in my career. But at this point, it's man, if you're not here to do special things, why are you here? And I'm talking to all of these lads. I'm talking to the likes of Poppeck there, who's just as experienced as I am, has been around for just as long as I've been. And he's no, I'll go to middleweight instead of fighting me. It's just man, that's such a pathetic attitude. You must fucking hate yourself, genuinely.
Absolutely. Now, like you said about special nights and legacy, now you've took tough fights through your whole career, and you made no bones about it the moment that you signed with Oktagon. So now the Martin Buday fight is on the horizon, announcement TBA. Where would it rank for you in your career getting a win over Martin Buday?
You're beating a guy who's 7-1 in the UFC on a 3-fight win streak. It's right up there, and they're maybe the Carlos fight will have been a bigger, who knows, we'll see how it plays out, but I feel if they promote this the right way, it will be the biggest fight of my career. That's a little bit to do with Oktagon. I'm gonna to me, it's the biggest challenge. The guy's 130 odd kilos. He's a huge man. He's got a weird style. He absorbs damage quite well. He doesn't let guys overwhelm him. But I see a lot of things there that I can smash. It's more it is going to be a huge achievement. Smashing that guy is something special, something unique, something like I've been talking about of are you going to be the guy who goes out there and does it in a way that nobody else has? Are you going to make this guy look very average? And we've already seen that he's not. He is 7-1 UFC, 16-2 as a heavyweight, which as a heavyweight is an incredible record, to be honest, because because you're fighting guys who can knock you out every day of the week. You know, all of those fights have been against guys who could have like iced
Absolutely,
you.
yeah.
So like, to me, it's the biggest achievement. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, a bit more on the Manchester top team.
Yeah.
You've been here since
Yesterday morning only, yeah.
Yesterday morning. How are they treating you?
Yeah, great. Oh, like love it here so far. Like, and it's only been a day and a half, so like, you know, it's new, it's fresh, but like I love Carl's attitude towards training. Like, you know, one thing that I was surprised by is like at the end of the session, everyone sits around and like you review what you did,
Absorbs it and stuff.
and like there's a bit of a kind of a debrief and like what were you looking to do? You know, okay, how do you feel like that went? I think that's really important. You know, I think that analyzing what's happened and analyzing like what you're trying to achieve, and not every team does that. Very few guys are like that open to using their brain, if you know what I mean. And I feel like, look, it's only been a day and a half, so like, give me a couple of weeks and ask me, it'll be a much better answer. But so far so good, you know.
Absolutely. Now, you train in one of the most world-renowned gyms yourself, but especially when you're at this level, would you advise for fighters to be getting out of the comfort zone and going to different gyms, picking up new things, listening to new bodies, and being on the map with different bodies?
One of my biggest regrets throughout my career is that I didn't travel around more. And like, look, some of that was financial at the time, but like, you see more. You see lots of different ways of doing things. You see like, okay, they focus on this. These guys focus on that. These guys do that sit through like this. You see different things and you see different attitudes. And there's no one right answer for most things. There's a couple. And the more open-minded you can be and the more you can see, the more you can absorb it in and just understand it thing truly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you develop a true understanding, you kind of come to somewhere like, and I thought like, you could have the one way of doing it and it works, right? But it's like, why does it work? Because if you see different ways of doing it, you understand why your way works. And once you understand like, okay, this guy's going to try and do this because he wants to get to this point, now you get the whole game. And if I can get the whole game, I know where you want to go. And if I know the roads you're trying to go down, I can shut those roads down. You know, and then in the fight, it's like we're playing my game all the time. Even you might not even know you're playing my game, but you're playing my game. So that's why I love traveling. It's like, okay, you'll see more of that. You'll see a lot of different attitudes and different ways of doing things. So like different technique, different attitude towards it, different focus mentally, but different, you know, focus physically as well. But like, I want to travel more. And look, it's kind of because Buday is such a weird build. He's 130 kilo man and he's 6'4". I have to go out and find guys like that. And like, hopefully I'll get a few guys over to Ireland at some stage, but I'm going to have to travel more to get that. So like, I'll probably be here. I'll go and I have a few other places I want to go as well. And then I want to get a few guys back to Ireland. So.
Absolutely. Well, it's never too late and you're doing it now when you're at the highest level. So the last thing I wanted to speak about is a message for Martin Buday. Do you have a message for your future opponents?
Just don't get injured. Show up to the fucking fight. And I've no doubt he will. He's not a pull-out artist. He's a real fighter. I have a lot of respect for the guy. But please, don't fuck this up and don't get injured, because this is the chance we've both been waiting for. So, yeah, make it to the fight, mate.
Absolutely. Former Oktagon champ versus the current Oktagon champ. Let's go.
It's a
Thank
great
you
fight.
for your time.
It's an amazing fight.